Good morning, friends. Today is 15th May 2022. Foundation for Ecological Welfare, a not for profit foundation, is back with the episode 2 of its unique series, Youth for Ecological Welfare. The first episode in this series was on bird migration, and we had a great response, which is reflected to a great viewership it had got. Now, in this episode 2, we have a young entomologist with us, Dr. Kalavanti Mokaria, who has done her doctoral research on dragonflies. Dr. Kalavanti will be delivering presentation on the topic exploring exploring dragonflies, and entomologist approach. Uh, Before I hand over this session to Dr. Kalavanti, I would like to introduce her to all of you. Dr. Kalavanti Mokaria is a highly motivated entomological researcher with more than 11 years of experience collectively on biodiversity research with emphasis on insects of various ecosystems. She also studies insect ecology, including physical and chemical ecology of insects. Dr. Kalavanti completed her doctoral research on ecology of odonats, that is dragonflies and damselflies, in Nalsoro Bird Sanctuary, which is also a Ramsar site. She also have masters in zoology with entomology specialization. Uh, Dr. Kalavanti is an executive member of Indian Dragonfly Society, IDS. Currently, she is working as a senior researcher at Gujarat Ecological Education and Research Foundation, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Dr. Mokaria has keen interest in dragonfly and butterfly uh, research and conservation. She is involved in nature education and awareness creation nature for nature conservation, with emphasis on insects like butterflies and dragonflies. Uh, Dr. Mokaria has gained considerable experience in entomological monitoring of nationally and internationally important wetlands. She is also involved in butterfly park development in Gujarat state. Dr. Kalavanti has received multiple awards. They include Dr. F.C. Fraser Oration Lecture Award, Dr. S.K. Sangal Young Scientist Award, and Best Foldscopic Video Award National Merit Scholarship. So, without taking much of your time, I would now request Dr. Kalavanti Mokaria to present her topic and benefit the viewers.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kalavanti Mukaria, and today I will talk about exploring dragonflies with an entomological approach. So, initially, I will give a small introduction about dragonflies in general. So, often people consider dragonflies and damselfly as a simple dragonflies, but dragonfly and damselfly are different, but they both belong to same order, Odonata. Both of them are insect, so they belong to phylum Arthropoda and class Insecta. So order Odonata includes dragonfly as well as damselfly. They both are hemimetabolous insects, and usually insects are seen in all part of world except in salt water. They are seen in wide range of habitat from forest to desert, but odonates are specific to semi-aquatic lifestyle. So they are semi-aquatic species which are found at or near aquatic ecosystem. The order Odonata is divided into three different suborders, that is Anisoptera, Zygoptera, and Anisozygoptera. Anisoptera includes all dragonflies, Zygoptera includes damselfly, and Anisoptera includes intermediate of both. So, around the world, there are around 6,000 odonate species, which includes species as well as subspecies. But in India, there are around 470 species which are recorded, and every now and then there are new species which are added to the species list every year. But odonate are an important ancient group of insects on Earth. and they first appeared 250 million years ago. Morphologically, they have very typical feature, but like any other insect, their body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. They have four wings, which is attached to thorax, and they have six legs, which is also attached to thorax. They have long abdomen, which is segmented and colorful in nature. So, but dragonfly head is different from head. Like in dragonfly head, there are two eyes which cover entire head, and it appears as if they have helmet where as if we wear a helmet on head. This eyes cover the entire head of dragonfly. Whereas in case of damselfly, two eyes are separate apart on both the side of head. They are ancient group of insect, and they are one of the largest insect which took flight. During the course of an evolution, the insect which appeared in past were larger in size compared to insect which is seen like dragonfly which are seen in current area stages. Like initially during course of evolution, wingless insect were developed. Later on, winged were developed, and after certain time, flexion was developed, and later on, metamorphosis in insects was developed. However, dragonfly appeared during Carboniferous era, and they were preliminary terrestrial, and later on they become aquatic. They have adopted aquatic life cycle. Every now and then there are fossil record of dragonflies appeared or recorded from various areas. So this shows that they have evolution. They were evolved long back, and but the size has reduced during the course of time of adult dragonflies. The success of odonates is due to their special adaptation which they have developed during the course of time. The dragonflies have three different stages during life cycle. It is egg, nymph, and adult. Egg may be around wetland or on vegetation area around wetland area. Whereas nymph or immature, they are like fish. They have special adaptation to stay inside water. They have gills like fish, but gills of dragonfly are tracheal gills, and their adult is adapted for a purely terrestrial life cycle. Another adaptation which make them very good uh, predator is their eyesight. They have different kind of eyesight. Their single eye is filled with different small lenses called as ocelli, and this is the image of a single eye with ocelli in lenses, different millions of lenses. Third adaptation is they have very well developed wing, and their wings are membranous, and this membranous wing is supported by many venules, and this venules includes pterostigma. Like pterostigma is an adaptation which helps in balancing of dragonfly body during flight. So, considering this role, like introduction and all, the major role of dragonfly is like to maintain a trophic balance in aquatic ecosystem. Like they are very good prey for many other birds and reptiles. They are very good dominant predator. Like they feed on mosquito. Adult dragonfly feed on adult mosquito, and nymphal dragonfly feed on larval mosquito. In that way, they are considered as important biocontrol agent of mosquitoes, and they are dominant predator of wetland area. They are very important chain link and considered as a flagship species of wetland area. Like their absence may disturb food chain and food web which exist in wetland area. And the last but not the least importance is like they are often considered as an indicator of water quality. Certain species of dragonfly are very good adapted to specific kind of water quality of freshwater wetland ecosystem. So change in this water quality may change their number or the species species presence also. So they are considered as very important water quality indicator of freshwater wetland ecosystem. Uh, they are semi-aquatic life cycle. They have semi-aquatic cycle. So due to this life cycle, they are often seen around freshwater aquatic ecosystem or wetland habitat. They are important fresh, like they are usually seen around forest, fields, meadows, ponds, and rivers. They are good flyers and perchers. Flyers are active and remain on wings most of the time, whereas perchers take short flights. They often lay their eggs in wide range of aquatic habitat. They are highly influenced by their associated vegetation and environmental conditions. However, odonates occurrence and distribution may be either regular, irregular, occasional or seasonal, and sporadic or persistent. However, the occurrence and distribution of odonates is determined by various physical barriers like climatic condition, biological barrier like food, and presence of water and presence and absence of natural enemy and competitors. Recent research by my doctorate research on ecology of odonates of Nal Sarovar uh, with a major objective including studying diversity, seasonal variation, habitat characterization of odonates, and establishing a relationship between odonates and water quality. The study mainly includes ecological aspect of odonates of Nal Sarovar, and Nal Sarovar is an area like it is bird sanctuary and a Ramsar site. It is located in two districts, majorly in Ahmedabad and Surendranagar district. Mostly, the area is semi-arid land, and it's an area of 120.8 square kilometer area and surrounded by 12 villages. Major methodology which is followed includes transit-based method. The sites were fixed and they were regularly and repeatedly surveyed for adult, immature nymph and exuvia. Odonates were surveyed, counted and recorded. Majorly, adult odonates were surveyed using belt transit. Immatures were surveyed using DNet and exuvia were surveyed using quadrate survey. These are the glimpses of the method used during survey. Odonates were spotted, photographed, and this is the DNet. Immature were counted using this DNet. And the exuvia, this is an exuvia of this dragonfly. This exuvia were counted using quadrate sampling, and the collection and preservation of odonate were done with prior permission from Forest Department. And species richness. During the survey, it was recorded that there are total 30 species of odonates, which includes both dragonfly and damselflies. And majorly, these 30 species belong to five different family of odonates. The Ashnidae, Libellulidae, Gomphidae. Three belong to dragonfly family, and Plastidae and Cynaegonidae were damselfly families, which are recorded during study. Total 21 species of dragonfly were recorded among the total species, and majorly primary identification of family was based on their morphological features and their wing venation. These are the different type of wings of each family. And Libellulidae was the major contributor to maximum diversity of odonates in Nal Sarovar area. It contributed to around 70% of odonate diversity in Nal Sarovar area. And these are some common dragonflies of Nal Sarovar area. After the method field survey, abundance of ordinate and percentage frequency of occurrence of ordinate were calculated. Majorly, the most abundant species is Pentala flavensis, this, which was followed by Trichomis palladinaris and Brachythymis contaminatum. Certain species like Bradinopyra germinata, Tremia limbata, and Endothymis grantica, which is a near-threatened species, were recorded less abundant in study area. Whereas percentage frequency of occurrence of these three species were high in study area. Seasonal variation were also calculated. Seasonally, maximum species were counted in monsoon season, whereas the number of individual were also highest during monsoon season, but the number of individual during monsoon season is high due to upcoming of migratory species known as Pentala flavensis. There's this Pentala flavensis which comes during monsoon season from Africa, and they are very long distance migratory species and multi-generational in nature. And this species is recorded in large number during monsoon season in Nal Sarovar area, and this due to their migratory behavior. And these species were recorded, and percentage frequency of occurrence, abundance, and density of Pentala flavensis were calculated during the study. Later on, the immature, like this is dragonfly neax, this is damselfly neax, exuvia of dragonfly, and exuvia of damselfly. These were also surveyed, and relative abundance, seasonal variation in relative abundance of odonate nymph and exuvia were calculated majorly during Libellulidae family, which is maximum, showing the diversity of odonates, were maximum during monsoon season and summer season, but the exuvia were maximum during pre-monsoon season. However, a family of Gomphid was maximum during the nymphal stage was maximum during pre-monsoon season comparative to other family number of individuals. So this is how relative abundance were calculated of nymph and exuvia. So what is the significance? The major significance of the study was it will create a preliminary research of odonate ecology within Nal Sarovar area, and it may fill a major gap in knowledge of existing knowledge. This study can also be considered as a baseline information of current research of ordinate century, and this study will also help in checking and monitoring of the status of wetland ecosystem if the study is repeated now and then in future regularly. The study will also provide a timely opportunity for conservation of aquatic biodiversity and maintain healthy environment. Various dragonfly associated scientific gatherings and other activity in India are organized. Majorly, uh, first, the Indian Dragonfly Society organizes various conferences, publish newsletter and awards, give awards to dragonfly enthusiasts, and observations are recorded in this newsletter. Anyone can submit their observation, and the newsletter Bredino Paiga is published twice every year. Second is Dragonfly Festival, which is organized by WWF, and in this, various volunteers are participating, and they helps in dragonfly exploring and spreading the awareness and knowledge related to dragonfly in uh, India. Various researchers and enthusiasts organize dragonfly meet, and participants from different area of India come together and explore dragonfly in a specific area. And they have also a publication called Parthenos, which was created by this after the entry of this dragonfly meet. And there is a web-based resource which is presenting ordinates of India, which is available online. Various inspiration, like apart from this, many people take inspiration in their day-to-day life, like dragonfly inspired many designs, like there are cartoon characters, there are robotics, and we all know that dragonfly structure has like helicopter structure is inspired from the dragonfly features and their uh, way of wing flexion. So these are the references which were used for presentation, and thank you for being there and listening to this presentation. Thank you.
So, dear viewers, uh, you must have learned a lot about dragonflies. Thanks to Dr. Kalavanti Mokaria, she had elaborately discussed about dragonflies and how research on dragonflies is carried out. I'm sure many youngsters would now be inspired to work on dragonflies. And we all know that people talk a lot about the birds and charismatic wildlife, but even at this stage, youngsters working on insects like these interesting dragonflies and damselflies are not many. So, with by the inspiration of people like Dr. Mokaria, I hope more and more youngsters would be motivated to carry out research on dragonflies and other insects of various ecosystems. Thank you very much.